Break the board sports. It's your boy RJ Cash. Click that like, hit subscribe. Pucks and profits here on a Saturday. Now, Friday, we got away with the Dallas Stars. That was the only play we gave out. Ended up cashing as the Stars get home 3-2. Been a really good hockey season. Got a bunch of plays I like today. Let's get into the slate. First game on the board, Buffalo Sabres at the New York Islanders. Now, the Islanders minus 115 favorites, minus 105 on the comeback for the Sabres. 57% of the ticket count, 67% of the handle going to the Sabres. 43% ticket count, 33% of the handle going to the Islanders. Now, 6.5 is our total. 33% of tickets equaling 53% of the money going to the over 6.5. 67% ticket count equaling 47% of the handle going to the under here for the New York Islanders. When you hop into some trends to help you with your handicap for this game, the Sabres 28, 17, and 5 on the year. They've had a really good year, but the Islanders are right there with them, 27, 18, and 5. The Islanders 14, 8, and 2 at home, as to where Buffalo a game over 500 on the road, 12, 11, and 2. Now, these two teams have played once this year. It was in Buffalo back December 20th, a little over a month ago. And that game in Buffalo, the Sabres won 3-2 in a shootout. Now, the Sabres have won back-to-back games, 4 of their last 6, and their last 2 wins at Nashville, at Montreal. This is the 4th game on the road trip for the Buffalo Sabres. The Islanders, they're coming off of a loss at Seattle. Now, here's the thing about the Islanders. They just got off of a grueling 7-game road trip, just absolutely horrific road trip. Buffalo 16-4 the last 20 games for the Sabres. They've had the better of the Islanders. They're 10-5 versus the Islanders the last 15 meetings. Buffalo also 10-2 on the road. Just again, they've been playing extremely good hockey, but the Islanders have thrived at home. The Islanders are 9-2 over their last 11 home games. And even though Buffalo has beaten the Islanders 10 of the last 15, at New York, the Islanders have actually beat the Sabres 13 of the last 15. So 13-2 the Islanders are at home when they play the Sabres. I love the New York Islanders today. It's one of my favorite plays. I will be getting to the window on this game. Utah Mammoth at the Nashville Predators. Now, Mammoth, a favorite on the road, been playing really good hockey as of late. Minus 120 here. Even money on the comeback for the Nashville Predators. Our total is 6.5. Now, same thing with the total. Ticket count and money not matching, so some sharp action you're seeing. 33% of the ticket count, 70% of the handle going to the over, 67% of ticket count, 30% of the handle going to the under. Now, as far as the side works out, 64% of bets is equaling 81% of the handle on the Utah Mammoth. So a lot of love on the Mammoth laying the $1.20 on the road. 36% ticket count, 19% of the handle here on the Nashville Predators. Now, Utah 7-1 their last 8 games. The Mammoth have been playing incredible hockey. This franchise, really happy to see them really kind of kick it in the gear. The Predators 4-2 over their last 6. We had Nashville just 2 nights ago. We were down 3-0 in that game to the Ottawa Senators, and I'm not sure how, but we ended up coming back and winning that one 5-3. Nashville always tough at home. I think a lot of that, it's kind of like when teams go to Vegas, right? So much nightlife, so much to do, kind of gets lost there. Nashville 9-3 their last 12 at home. Now, as far as totals, Utah, they've played to the over 4 of their last 6, and Nashville has played to the over 5 straight games. On top of that, head-to-head, the over is cashed 5 of the last 7. Now, when Utah, the franchise, again, you got to take some of this back to when they were in Arizona, but the franchise itself has just 6 wins in their last 20 trips to Nashville. When you dive in here a little bit further, again, Utah having a great year, 26-20-4. Nashville 24-22-4. A losing record on the road for Utah. They've played twice this year. Mammoth won at Nashville back in October, 3-2 in overtime. Nashville won in Utah December 29th, 4-3. Nashville coming off that win we talked about against the Ottawa Senators. And again, Utah's won 7 of their last 8 and 4 in a row. But now they head to the road, rather. I like the Nashville Predators here. And there's some places, as I'm looking across now, you can actually get a plus 105. So I will for sure take the home dog with the Nashville Predators. Next game on the board, hop into Tampa Bay Lightning at the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Lightning were in a fight last night. They got past the Chicago Blackhawks 2-1 in a shootout. Now, right now, the Lightning laying $1.25 on the road on the back-to-back. Columbus Blue Jackets plus 105. 70% of the ticket count, 65% of the handle is laying it with the Lightning. 30% ticket count, 35% of the handle is taking the plus money with the short home dog at the Columbus Blue Jackets plus 105. 6.5 is our total here. 42% of the ticket count, 64% of the handle going over. 58% of ticket count, 36% of the handle going to the under here. Now, dive into some trends. Tampa Bay, hot as a firecracker, other than the Colorado Avalanche, one of the hottest teams in hockey, along with the Sabres. Tampa 14-1 over their last 15 games. They've dominated the Blue Jackets. In the last 16 head-to-head matchups, the Lightning have beaten the Blue Jackets 12 of the last 16, so 12-4 there. And again, 14-1 their last 15, 9-1 their last 10 on the road. But ever since Columbus fired the coach, it's kind of rejuvenated this program. 4-2 over their last 6 at home, 5-1 their last 6 overall. Now, as far as totals, Columbus has played to the under 5 of their last 7. Tampa has played to the under 5 straight. So you're 6.5, maybe looking for a 4-2 type game here, get you to cash that under. Winnipeg Jets laying $1.25 at home. In come the Detroit Red Wings plus 105. Now, a little bit shorter total here. 5.5 is the total. 72% ticket count, 92% of the handle going to the over. 28% ticket count, 8% of the handle going to the under here. Now, as far as the side, 65% of bets is equal to 89% of the money on the Detroit Red Wings. 35% ticket count, 11% of the money on the Winnipeg Jets. Now, Winnipeg this year, we documented their struggles, just 5-14 over their last 19. A lot of over trends here for you. The Red Wings and the Jets, when they play in Winnipeg, 13 of the last 17 have went over the total. 9 of the last 12 for the Jets have went over the total. Head-to-head, 5 of the last 7 have went over the total. And the Winnipeg Jets at home, 6 of the last 8 have went over the total. So that over 5.5, definitely something you want to look at. Now, Detroit comes in 7-2 their last 9. But in the last 6 matchups, the Winnipeg Jets are 4-2 versus the Red Wings. No official play on this yet, but I would lean to the Winnipeg Jets. Carolina Hurricanes at the Ottawa Senators today. Now, the Hurricanes are laying $1.30 on the road, plus 110 on the comeback for the Ottawa Senators. 78% ticket count, 86% of the handle is going to with the Ottawa Senators laying $1.30 on the road. 22% ticket count, 14% of the handle is taking, or sorry, that was the Hurricanes. 78% bet, 86% of the handle. 22% ticket count, 14% of the handle, taking the plus money here on the short side with the Ottawa Senators. Now, Ottawa has not been playing well as of late. Just 3-7 over their last 10. The Hurricanes head-to-head with the Senators. The Hurricanes have won 6 of the last 9, and the Hurricanes have been playing really good hockey. Of course, they're one of the best teams in the National Hockey League. 7-3 over their last 10. Now, 4 of the last 6 for Ottawa at home has went over the total. 4 of their last 5 overall have went over the total. But if you're an under player, Carolina has cashed to the under 4 of their last 5 on the road. Again, Carolina 6-3 the last 9 meetings with the Ottawa Senators. I lean Carolina. Here's the problem is you have to end up playing a lot of favorites in baseball and hockey. So I try to avoid laying juice on the road. Just going to be a pass for me. If I had to take the game, I would probably lean Carolina, but that's not like a huge lean. The rivalry renewed. This one goes back forever. 2 teams that absolutely hate each other. Boston Bruins minus 115 at home. Canadiens minus 105 is the dog on the road. 70% ticket count, 76% of the handle with the Bruins. 30% ticket count, 24% of the handles with the Montreal Canadiens. 6.5 is our total here. Now, the ticket count is split 50-50 perfectly. However, the money is not. Huge swing in the money on the total. Bruins getting 16%, the under again, 16% of bets. 84% of bets is going over the 6.5 in this one. When you dive in, again, this is a huge rivalry, and Boston's been hot 6 straight wins at home, 7-1 over their last 8. When they play Eastern Conference teams, they've dominated them 13-7. More importantly, Montreal and Boston head-to-head over the last 19 games. Boston is 16-3 versus Montreal. They've owned them. Now, over would be the way to look. Montreal has cashed to the over 4 of their last 6. They've cashed to the over 8 of their last 11 on the road. When these two teams play in Boston, it's cashed 5 straight overs. Here, again, I actually really, when I look at this game, I actually like the Canadiens here in this spot. Now, I know Boston has had, I know they're playing well. They're 18-8-1 at home. But this Canadiens team, 14-5-6 on the road. Canadiens beat them earlier this year in Boston 6-2. In Montreal, coming off that loss to Buffalo a couple nights ago, as to where, again, I know Boston, they've been red hot. But I actually lean Canadiens in this one to get this one done. LA Kings at the St. Louis Blues. Now, the Kings, for some reason, they're laying $140 on the road. Blues played the Stars last night in Dallas. We had the Stars, got across the finish line 3-2. 71% of bets, 81% of the handle is laying the $1.40 with the LA Kings on the road. 29% ticket count, 19% of the handle is taking the Blues plus 120 here as a home dog. 5.5 is our total. 63% of the ticket count, equaling 38% of the handle on the over. 37% ticket count, equaling 62% of the handle, going to the under here. Now, as far as the side, Kings 20, 16, and 13 as to where the Blues just 19, 24, and 8. I have not been able to figure out this Blues team. They've played once this year in St. Louis. The Kings won that 2-1 in overtime. Kings finally got a win against the Rangers the other night, snapped a 4-game losing streak, but they're just 2-5 over their last 7. Now the Blues, they've lost 3 straight on the road. Now they're back home here in the friendly confines of the Blues Stadium. Again, Kings, when they're head-to-head with the Blues, Blues have actually won 4 of the last 6. Kings haven't been very good on the road, 3-9 their last 12. Again, Blues 2-6 over their last 8, including a 3-game losing streak. But they are 5-1 their last 6 at home. Not going to get to the window on this one, but I can tell you this: if I did, I know the Blues are on a back-to-back. I would take plus 120 on the Blues. There's no way the LA Kings should be a $1.40 favorite on the road. Florida Panthers at the Minnesota Wild. Now, these last 2 games, probably the 2 best games of the day here. The Wild laying $1.30, getting 63% of the ticket count, 72% of the handle. 37% ticket count, 28% of the handles on the Florida Panthers, plus 110. Don't see the Panthers at plus money very often. 5.5 is our total, 84% of the ticket count, 97% of the handle is going over that 5.5. 16% of ticket count, 3% of the handle going to the under in this one. Now, when you break it out, Florida 4-2 over their last 6. When they're head-to-head with Minnesota, Florida has won 6 of the last 9 versus the Minnesota Wild. Florida is also 4-1 their last 5 on the road and 4-1 their last 5 at Minnesota. The Wild 1-5 straight up their last 6 at home. We actually had them their last game. We had them against the Detroit Red Wings 2 nights ago. Got the win in OT. The over is cashed 7 straight games for the Wild. Listen, I don't want any parts of this. If I did, I would lean Panthers plus money, but just a stay away from me. But I think it's going to be a phenomenal game. Break the Board Sports giving you stats, trends, information. One more game left on the board. Go to breaktheboardsports.com. Promo code NFL50, all caps, through Sunday. Get you half off your first month if we're not minimum 5 units up. You get the following 2 months for free, every play, every sport. Edmonton Oilers laying $1.75 plus 145 on the comeback for the Caps. 6.5 is your total. 59% of the ticket count, equaling 93% of the handle, is to the over. 41% ticket count, equaling 7% of the handle, to the under. As far as those sides break out, 76% of the ticket count, equaling 73% of the money, is on the Edmonton Oilers. 24% ticket count, equaling 27% of the handle, is on the Washington Capitals in this one. Now, Washington 1-4 their last 5 games, but they've played well against the Oilers. 5-2 over the last 7 are the Caps, but the Caps do not travel away from DC very well. 3-9 their last 12 on the road. Now, Edmonton, they were playing really good hockey and now gotten a little shaky. They're just 1-4 their last 5 at home, 2-4 their last 6 overall. but Washington might be a sight for sore eyes. Over the last 20 games at home between these two teams, Edmonton has a 14-6 edge over the Capitals. Now, Edmonton, their records are almost the same here, but Edmonton beating the Capitals 3 straight matchups, including once already this year, November 19th, 7-4 in Washington. Washington just snapped a 4-game losing streak, winning at Calgary 3-1 the other night. Again, Edmonton back-to-back losses. I like the Edmonton Oilers minus $1.75, but again, I really like the New York Islanders here minus 110. Go to breaktheboardsports.com. Again, put in promo code NFL50. Click that like, hit subscribe. Whether you fade or follow, I hope you guys win your bets. God bless and happy handicapping.